Hey y'all, it's me, V the Sepia Scholar, and what am I doing here today? I'm trying to catch up on the Ready to Love videos. I'm actually gonna do an actual go through. I got notes. And what episode is this? Season 7, episode 3. Yes, I know that y'all pray for me. I know I'm behind. I have been seeing the shenanigans that have been going on Ready to Love, and I know that it comes on tonight. So I'm trying to catch up these videos so I can catch up to what's actually going on. I may watch tonight live, depending on how I'm feeling, because this week, y'all, this week. But I still came on here because I love y'all. Shout out to people who love me. Y'all are my favorite people. But either way, let's go ahead. I hope this video finds you blessed, loved, happy, safe. Y'all, I've been doing all types of work at my place, and I'm super excited about it. And I can't wait until it all gets done. It's definitely gonna be a vibe. It's already a vibe at my place, but still. But I'm gonna go ahead and hit you guys with the intro, and we'll get into what happened on season 7, episode 3 of Ready to Love, aka This Is Some Foolishness, aka Is This What Black Love Is All About, aka Does It Always Have to Be Struggle, aka Do I Really Want to Participate? But y'all got to be positive and happy, so I won't give up if y'all don't give up either. Let me hit you with the intro, and let's get started. All right, this is V the Sepia Scholar, and as my intro says, this channel is about reviews, reactions, and grown-up conversations. And what are we here to talk about? Ready to Love, season 7, episode 3. Y'all, this season been dragging. It was dragging. It's like each episode has maybe a couple of high points, and I'm trying to get through them so I can bring it to you. But this season, I'm disappointed in what we did, South Florida. I would have took my big ass on there, but y'all don't like plus size women. Y'all don't like fluffy women. And I wasn't trying to be told that I was somebody's homeboy. But if y'all ever decide to come to my neck of the woods for real, maybe I'll sign up. That's if I don't have emergency contact by then. You know what I mean? All right. But either way, this is season 7, episode 3. Let me pull up my notes. And what I'm going to do for y'all, there's all these beautiful people in this picture. This is the people from the season. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and put up the presentation that I had, that had the different people on there, so that we can know who the heck I'm talking about. So just bear with me, people. I love y'all. Okay. So let's pull up my notes too. Oh my gosh, I feel so accomplished. I have notes. All right, the episode starts off, and guys were in their guys lounge, and they're sitting there claiming that all the women in Miami have looks and body but no substance. Really, guys? Really? With the amount, just the ratio alone, you mean to tell me you run into so many women that had no substance? Y'all just got it going on so much, and the women around here is just so dense, and there are no good women out here, that y'all are just desperate to find somebody? I find that very hard to believe, just by sheer numbers and ratios and data. I'm a STEM girl, science, technology, engineering, mathematics girl, and I know that's not even scientifically possible. But we're going to let y'all make excuses for y'all being trash and not having an old lady. Just saying. Looney goes out with LJ, and y'all, I have a confession to make. Something about that dangly earring with the cross on the end just automatically gives me F-boy. I don't know why. I don't like it. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be judgy, but LJ gives me like that island dude that's gonna take you all around the island, all around the world, ruin your life, and drop you back off because he does it for everybody. Nothing feels special or unique based on what he does. Like, and then the accent's killing me. And then he did that whole Michael Jackson singing. It's like, I'm not here for LJ, y'all. I'm not here for LJ. I know it's shallow. Let me put down a note so I can tell. Yo, let me show you who LJ is. Oh my God. He's from the VI. One of my favorite people is from the VI. So definitely shout out to the VI folks. The Rock is what y'all call it. But yeah, he's not my cup of tea. He's not my cup of tea. Not even a little bit. All right, let me take this down. So LJ, and let me find Looney. She's so AKA Moesha Looney. They went on a date, and she basically was telling him that all the guys are all talk because they all act like they're super interested, but apparently none of these guys are asking for anybody's phone numbers. So they're not intentional. They're not really trying to be with anybody on the show. Maybe they're there for clout. I'm super disappointed. My favorite seasons, I think, was like the first season and the resort season, but these folks just want to be on TV. Let's move on to the next date. We're gonna get it popping. Okay, Shakira, aka Rose in the Hair, aka Lilo, goes out with Zoe, Black Santa Claus, and he has a lot with him. I'm about to do a spoiler alert or tea that's out in the streets. Turns out Zoe had a girlfriend the entire time, allegedly, because I don't know these people in real life and I ain't trying to go to court. Either way, Zoe going out with Shakira. Then they bounce over to Looney, and she says she's tired of the men's cheese meeting pretending to be something they're not, so that she'll like them, and then after the commitment they become themselves, and themselves are assholes. Girl, like I said, been there, done that. Didn't even get a damn t-shirt for my problems. But yeah, I mean, I feel like everybody should show up authentic in the beginning. I know everybody has their representative on the first date and all this other stuff like that. But after a while, can you please show me who you really are so I can decide if I want to be with you? If you're a cheater, let me know you're a cheater. I might ride with it. We can have an open relationship. It is what it is. Not talking about me personally, but anyways, if you a scammer, I ain't going to jail with you, but I might have to get up your bail money. I don't know. Let me know what you got going on. If you got 50,000 kids and I'm about to be Sierra with Future with the step kids, let me know so I can, get my money up so Christmas could be right. I mean, it's all struggle to me, so I won't sign up for any of that shit anyway. But just saying, let everybody know. Or like if you're a lady and you love weave all up and through expensive ass wigs, let the man know. Don't show up with braids knowing you like expensive ass wigs. Then the man can't get his money up to help you out when you need to get your hair changed out. Believe me, from somebody who gets their hair done a lot, it racks up. So gotta have a budget. Whoever's with me gonna have to have a little hair budget to help me out a little bit. I can do my own hair, but it'd be great if you could help me out too. Love you. All right. She also says that the men she meets don't prioritize relationships. Yes. You have to have time to prioritize your relationship. If your relationship is not a priority, you probably might want to rethink and let that person know ahead of time that you're not going to be able to give them what they're looking for. And I was laughing because Looney cusses a lot and they say profanity. Sometimes a lot of intelligent people cuss a lot, but then they also say if you cuss a lot, it shows lack of intelligence. Because you could have used better words. Lies. I have an extensive vocabulary, and if you get me in the right space, I'm gonna cuss. Sorry, not sorry. Anyways, on to Shakira. Shakira asked Zoe what he thinks about kids, and Zoe's like, I feel like they're an extension of you, and if somebody wouldn't accept my daughter, I would not basically go along with it, and that makes sense. You're gonna have to deal with children, especially if they're younger. Zoe looks like he's older, maybe his kids might be out the house, but it's still a relationship that you maintain for the rest of your life once you have kids. Looney go back to, because they keep bouncing back and forth between dates. Looney says that she lost her mother, passed in 2016, and that was her only family. LJ says all his family's back home, so they were kind of bonding over the fact that if they do get with a significant other, they're going to have to become their family because they don't have much other support. That's a lot to ask for somebody. Then they bounce back to Zoe and Shakira, and Zoe said Shakira is basically asking why Zoe never asked for her number. And like, I feel like Shakira knows she's pretty. She got a whole exotic thing going on. And she's shocked that none of these dudes are going crazy over her. So she trying to be like, why y'all don't want me? What's happening here? And he claims he never asked her for her number because he wanted to make sure that he saw that there could be a connection with her before he asked for her number. Negro, you got an old lady. Stop it. What is with all you married and in relationship men going on dating shows, all on these dating apps, picking up people? Like, there's nobody more single than a man with an old lady. That's why sometimes I'm like, do I really want to be somebody old lady like that? Because I ain't really trying to get cheated on like that. I'm not saying everybody's doing that, but if you went by what's put out there, you would think nobody is faithful, and that's really insane. So they asked about Samson, and Shakira was saying that Samson is a no-go. And if you remember, I felt like Samson was giving Shakira a freaking therapy session. He does that with everybody he goes on a date with. I know that you gotta connect and you talk about things, but he always seems, because he's a life coach, that he's trying to fix your life. Nothing seems romantic to me with Samson. I don't know. But Zoe helped Shakira out and finally asked her for her number. I don't know why. Maybe he's gonna give it to his girlfriend. I don't know. Then we go to Samson and Charisse. You could tell the date wasn't about anything because they went to go for ice cream. There wasn't much scenes. Charisse and her frozen face and lips drops ice cream, and Samson hurries up to wipe it off her thighs. I feel like production set it up for Charisse to get saved. It was weird. And then he asked Charisse, how does a guy know if they're out of the friend zone with you? And she was like, by actions, conversations, you'll figure it out. And he claims that the date was amazing. It was balanced. They had good energy. We wouldn't know because guess what, editors of Ready to Love? You guys never show us the important parts of the connections. You just showed us him wiping ice cream off her thighs. All right, so they all go on a group date. It looks like it's a really athletic date. Like they're rope climbing and doing all these acrobatics and stuff. And April says that she's happy climbing ropes. And it looked like April was by herself. Everybody cleared from her. So something about April kind of runs everybody off. So I don't know what the hell is going on. Mike is booed up with Kayla. And Kayla has a habit of putting her legs on people and being all over people and flirting and everything. And I mean, I'm not mad at you, but I mean, how's a dude supposed to feel special if you put your legs and feet and thighs on everybody? It's kind of weird. I don't know. But I love her because with the hair, she reminds me of Issa Rae, but I saw her with her hair straight too. You guys, this show is not doing Kayla justice. She's super beautiful. She's stunning. Same thing for Looney. She got the brandy braids on here, but I saw her with a picture with Jamala and on social media, and the show didn't do them justice. I don't know if they didn't have a right makeup artist, or I don't know what the hell was going on, but they look beautiful, beautiful. April was lonely, so she comes over and interrupts Kayla and Mike. And you could tell Mike doesn't like April. You can tell he can't stand her. She comes over there, wraps up on Mike, and both of them, now he got two women with their legs wrapped around him. She basically starts arguing with Mike and saying that you've said several things that let me know that you weren't interested. And he was arguing that he never did that. But then in his confessional, he's saying that he doesn't want drama, and the way she's talking to him, he don't like it. You guys, low-key, Mike is not a good dude. Like what's presented on the show. Don't know this man in real life, not seeing him popping it for a real sister on the Instagram, so he can move. But his ego seems very fragile, and he likes to talk crazy to women, but he doesn't want anybody to say anything to him, and it's real strange. Looney was talking to Justice, and he says he's heard about her vibe, but once again, he's yet another person who has not asked anybody out or asked for a number. So these dudes is not on here for these women, or they don't like these women. They don't think they're attractive. I don't know what's happening here. Kayla says that Swayze is looking good and asks him what he thinks he can improve about himself. And it took him a long time to say what he can improve. And he says, well, I could save more money because I party a lot. And since I work hard, I play hard, but I need to put more money away. I'm like, okay, that's responsible. And then it goes to Sharice and Mike, and they're having a conversation. And Mike was like, pretty much, why haven't you connected with me, Sharice? And she said, to be honest with you, I consider your ex-wife and your kids baggage. And he got super offended. He was like, well, I feel like you being 45 with no kids is a red flag. Now I'm confused, y'all, because I thought all these high value men wanted a woman with no kids. And then Mike getting upset. I get what Sharice was trying to say. I know I don't care for Sharice and her frozen face, but I understood what she was trying to say. She said she wanted to marry somebody that had no kids, and that was his first marriage. That's going to be kind of hard at her age, but just the same way men can have their standards, women can have their standards. And when she says baggage, I don't think she means, when you say baggage, it has a negative connotation. You know, Erykah Badu, bag lady, but it also can mean that she doesn't want to take on a ready-made family. Some people don't want to do that, and I think she's within her right not to say that the same way that men say that they don't want to date a woman with kids. I mean, it's really a ready-made family. I'm not mad at you. And I think it's kind of funny because y'all know how I feel about Sharice. But I think the reason Mike was acting so offended that she said his kids were baggage, because I think he was actually trying to holler at her. Because remember, she's more his preference. The looks, the fair skin. Because she even said in Miami, men see her fair skin and how she looks, and they get upset when they find out that she's not Hispanic. I got a story. Y'all want to hear it? Here it go. Miami is like that. If you're not Hispanic, boy, I'm not even going to do it because I'm on these people YouTube. But but either way, Mike is upset because his preference told him to his face that she would not choose him. And then how I know Mike is like that too is because when he saw Dominica, minus the loudness, he said she looked like a girl that he can see around the way, that he can get from his neighborhood. So she basically looked like his home girl, like him. She was dark. She was this. She looked like his people's. So he wasn't interested. He wants something different. So I'm gonna leave that there because we're not gonna get into a deep conversation on here. But Mike, I see you. I see you, Mike. Then it went over to Trinika and Randall. Trinika, y'all, I'm blessed up top, but Trinika literally, every time she walks in the room, she looks like curly hair and flotation devices. And she gives this like, hey, how you doing? Oh, yeah, you're so fine. Oh, yeah. Oh, and she goes, my last relationship was in 2019. I treat myself. I go on solo dates, and I treat myself way better than any man. I'm here for that, girl. And she says, I want a spiritual connection, an emotional connection, and definitely a physical connection. I said, I see you, Trinika. You are not slick. I see you. Either way, Randall is just eating this up because he had already started flirting with her, talking about how's the wrist, and she was saying that it feels better now that I'm with you. So that's Randall. Sorry, I forgot to do the slides. I got caught up in without the notes. Randall, and then we have, let's show Trinika and her curly hair and flotation devices. Don't mind me, y'all. Oof, there goes Sharice. Anyways, there's Trinika. Sunshine and happiness. And she definitely knows how to flirt. Let's see, let's go back. All right. And then she tells him, she pulls close to him and she says, I like the way you look at me. I said, okay, Trinika, get your man, girl. I understand. And then they show another date. They're all over the place. Swayze takes everybody to go do archery. I'll show you Swayze. Swayze, the fireman. Yeah, who likes older women. All right, yes. So Swayze takes everybody to do archery or whatever. And we have Katie and talking to Mike, and they cannot stand each other. And Swayze and Brandy fake flirt. They can't stand each other either. There's no connection there at all. Mike tells Katie that she's uptight, and that he thinks and he says in his confessional, he has a lot to say in his confessional, she's aggressive. And then, and he was judging her, but then he gets upset because she said he's an introvert, and he says, I'm not an introvert, I just have nothing to say to her because there's no connection. So he's a little bit catty or whatever. Mike don't want to be told anything. I think that's low-key why he likes Brandy so much, because Brandy kind of lets him do whatever he wants to do because she wants to be with him so bad and she wants kids. So Brandy comes in and according to him, she saves him. But I think the issue that's going to run into with Brandy wants kids, and Mike, I think, has 3 children already from his marriage. They start talking, and she says she wants her person. Let me make sure I have Brandy. Yeah, Brandy's on screen. Good. She wants her person, and he has a nerve to ask her. But he says he loves how she speaks to him because she knows how to talk to him. And then Katie and Swayze are together, and they like to pick on each other. You can see the chemistry between them. And he asks if she miss him, and he says no. Then they go back to Mike, and Mike asks Brandy why no one has taken her seriously. So he low-key trying to ask her, you're pretty, why nobody ain't snatched you up or committed to you? It's funny when dudes ask you this. It's like, you on here obviously trying to snatch up somebody and commit, or you had issues snatching up somebody and committing, but because I'm here, I'm crazy. Make that make sense. Either way, they go to the guys' lounge and they start asking everybody who they like. And Samson said he likes Charisse. Y'all, I think this is completely phony. I think they were just trying to save her from being eliminated. He said he enjoyed the one-on-one communication, and he originally didn't talk to her because at first she wasn't giving him eye contact. Randall and Trinika, they kind of fly through. He's like, he enjoys her. It was literally that quick. I almost didn't even catch her name. It was that fast. LJ and Justice, I can't speak now. LJ and Justice both like Looney. I mean, her smile brightens up your day. Lonzo said he doesn't, he think Brandy is cool, but he has had no interactions or no connection with her. So she can go. But you got an old lady anyway, Lonzo. But anyway, Mike said April, of course, because remember she confronted him for saying that he was interested, but his actions weren't matching. So, he wasn't going to feel her. Samson said April because he said ever since the first day she only talked about herself. He didn't feel like she was interested in his life, says the life coach. Justice said Katie. He claims that Katie DM'd him at 1 a.m. I'm like, why is you DMing this man? See, I think he threw her under the bus because nobody's really been checking for Justice, and he wanted to look like he was desired because he is really not on this show for love. Apparently, he has an event planning business, and those late night hours are his actual hours that he's awake, but he's trying to play like she DM'd him at 1 a.m. to get some. But that was a bad move on her part. Anyway, Mike said Katie, and of course, because she said she said he was an introvert, and he's still mad. And so April and Katie end up in the bottom. You know how they take them out on dates to see who's going to say they're not ready to love. LJ takes out April. You could tell they didn't like, she tried to be all huggy and feely, but you could tell there was nothing there. And as soon as I saw that Swayze took out Katie, and I knew she wasn't going to get eliminated. I don't want to do a spoiler alert, but I am. You can close your ears at this part. The show's not even over, and Swayze and Katie are doing like boot up vacation videos and stuff. So he said he like older women. He like a woman that's strong. It is what it is, right? Swayze always smiles like at Katie, and it's like he smiles so big his ears get wet. So he really is feeling her. He tells her that all the dudes are complaining that she asked intimidating questions. She's like, yeah, I asked if they really have an old lady. I asked when the last time they had sex. I asked what their finances are. If they have a problem with it, they need to learn how to lead. And I don't want them anyway because I don't like weak men. I said, oh shit, Katie. Katie gonna let y'all ass know. But Swayze turns around and tells her she's still ready to love. The LJ, stuttering and scared of April, says, April, we don't feel like you're ready to love. And she's like, I receive it. Very zen. She kind of like old girl that was Witchy Poo on Potomac. Oh my gosh. And she ended up with the other dude on the other season. But April didn't give a damn. She was ready to go. You could tell she was being real zen and not caring. Um, with that being said, the episode didn't have much to it. The most drama that was there was when Kadian confronted Mike about how he acts, and then Sharice confronted Mike. Uh, April confronted Mike, and Mike confronted Sharice. Mike has been, y'all, I think Mike is problematic. And like I said, I don't want to get into all to the deep reasons why this man is problematic because I don't know him in real life. But what he's portraying on the show, he seems to not be able to handle what he dishes out. With that being said, that was episode 3. I'm so happy I got through it. I'm going to probably jump on and try to do 4. I think the one tonight may be 6. Woo! Gotta catch up. But I love y'all so much, and y'all do me a favor. It costs you nothing. It's free 99. And shout out to the one subscriber I just got. I think it was today. I love getting my subscribers organically because I know you guys are here for me and I'm here for you. So lots of love to you guys. So do me a favor and at a minimum, hit that like button. But if you like what I'm putting down, hit that subscribe button. Share it. Tell your friends. Come and, like I said, you can grab some wine, eat some popcorn, and we can watch the show together. Like I said, I may jump on here and go live tonight. And if that's the case, I might not even go back and do these other episodes. But I'm trying to get there because I know which episode everybody is concerned with. And I have a lot to say about it. With that being said, love who loves you. May God bless you with everything that you need. And the Cepheus Scholar is out.